Okay, so this is my current bedspread, which I'm using temporarily because my other one got a bit dirty. Now it's the... come on, Lightning. There we go, see? And you can see it's kind of actually all stitched in. I got this from Hot Topic. Now if I was mad, I would unstitch the whole thing and then use it as my duvet cover, but I don't really want to do that. So this is my actual duvet. It really needs a dry clean, so I will get that done eventually. Now what I aim to do, I really want this castle on a duvet cover, which I will do, okay, because I'm mad. Alright. So this is what I had, and this is the duvet cover I'm using, and I printed it out and stuck it on. There we go. And I traced it again in Sharpie. I know we're doing things on fabric with Sharpies, but it works for me, okay? Then I had to do all the filling in bits. There we go. Took a while. It's good to have your reference picture there. And apologies for the previous videos voiceover work. I'm just not very good sometimes. My mind just goes blah, and I just derp. But anyways, just try to fill everything in as lightly as possible, and then, obviously cut it out. I just felt like that for fun. And then there's me painting. So my white fabric paint was a sparkly fabric paint. I can't remember the exact name, but it kind of worked. Just be careful how you use your paint. Sometimes I had to thin it out with water to try and get a desired effect, but be careful when you thin it out with water because it will spread everywhere. And now I'm just going back over everything with the Sharpie. Yay! So I just randomly did stones, kind of just lines as I go. The tile things took a while. Oh boy, it took a while. Yep. Okay, now I wanted to do the border area that you see in the stained glass work. If you know what I'm talking about in the Beauty and the Beast reference. I did everything in pencil first onto the fabric, and then I traced it over in Sharpie. Now I kind of I marked 5 centimeters and then 5 centimeters, and that's how I came up with the square things, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I can't really draw a picture to demonstrate, but you can kind of guess what I'm talking about. And then I did a lot of painting, and apologies for the lighting. I was mostly doing this at night when it got dark. Yeah, because that's how it happens. And yeah, so I didn't have a complete big long bit of fabric, so I did have to sew it in at the corners, but it wasn't too big an issue. Yeah, this was kind of fun to do. It's a bit relaxing painting, really. Did go through a lot of fabric paint, though. Oh dear. I tell you. And then there's me using different color. You don't really see this part in the stained glass painting, so I kind of had to guess what the colors are gonna be. Hopefully it's alright. Hope no one's gonna come after me for not being completely accurate, but yeah, it's my duvet cover. No one's gonna see it, really. Well, this calls for incidental music time. Dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum dum da dum da 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 do. Oh wait, here's something. So I'm just tracing over everything again in the Sharpie. That's just how I do it. I figure I'm not gonna wash it at any point. Okay, so I made this, and it took a little while because I started off using green fabric paint, which is that one, and it turns out I really could have thinned it down with water to make it last longer, so I used it on, that's a thinned out one, that's without water. And then I ran out of green fabric paint. So I had to go get more green fabric paint, but they did not have the green fabric paint I wanted, so I had to make do with just regular green paint and fabric medium. So all those ones are with fabric medium, and it took a while. Ugh, but it's done. Yay. Alright, it's assembly time now. Now I just put plastic in the duvet, and be careful when you do this. You do not want to have duvet plastic over you, if that makes any sense. And then I just laid everything out, as you will see, and I just glued it down. Took a little while because the glue was a little thick, so I had to water it down, but then it was just too watered down and it wasn't gluing properly. Did you know that the original footage for all this was over an hour and a half long? Would you have watched me do this for an hour and a half? I don't know if you're really interested in people painting and gluing things down. Whatever floats your boat. I don't mind. Back to incidental music time. Do 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 do. That's all I can remember this song. If you have any other suggestions for songs, let me know so I can have more incidental music time. Now, one thing I did notice when gluing things down is that you have to do a really thick layer on the fabric so it will actually stick. And then be careful, because I was just flailing about with the paintbrush, that it will get onto bits that you don't want glued down, so just be careful. And if that does happen, just get a damp paper towel and then try and dab it off. However, thankfully the glue I used is a wash and wear, so you can wash it off if you need to, and the glue will only stick to the bits that it needs to be stuck to, if that makes any sense, hopefully. At some point I did consider sewing this down, but because it is a pre-bought duvet, it would have been a bit awkward trying to get it around the sewing machine. So that's why I stuck with the gluing thing. Hope that makes sense. So how am I doing this voiceover work? Am I doing good? I hope I did better in the last video. If you have any tips for voiceover work, please let me know, because I'm not quite good at this. I mean, I have good thoughts in my head, but then once I turn the unmutey button on, my brain just kinda goes derp. So any help from you guys would be very, very, very much appreciated. Thank you. Cool. Yay, we're almost there with the gluing. Now I decided to fix the edges with some black ribbon, and I had this really weird technique that I discovered, because this is my big doorstop. And you know, if you can see what I'm doing there, I'm just putting the ribbon up against the doorstop and gluing it, and then once I put the ribbon down, I put the doorstop on so it will hold it down, because sometimes ribbon is a pain in the butt. Also, make sure you pre-measure everything, because the worst thing that would happen is running out of ribbon or something like that before you finish. That would suck. And here we go. Here is the completed project. Yay! I was so relieved when it was done. It took a lot longer than I thought it would be, because so many things. Ugh. Okay, now that's all that's left to do is to just get the plastic out, which was easier than putting the plastic in the duvet. Let me tell you about that. Well, you saw that. Oh well. Yes, do question my method of putting a duvet in a duvet cover, but I don't know, it kind of works. I know there are other methods of putting a duvet in a duvet cover, I haven't not tried them yet, but you know, one day I might try them. So I'm kind of happy with how it all turned out. You know, if I was ever gonna do another duvet cover, I probably want to do one from scratch, but with more of a quilty design, if that makes any sense. I haven't quite worked out what I would do. If anyone has any ideas, let me know. And now, there's only one thing left to do. Do 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 do.